You know, this dang pimple is so big that it made me forget exactly what I was gonna say.
You have to bear with me for the whole video and just tolerate it. And trust me, if you think it bothers you, it bothers me even more. I have been picking at it, and you should never ever pick at pimples, but like I just really need it to go away.
Hey guys, it's me, Kiri, and I am back for another video. Today I actually have a fun review or fun first impressions to do, and this is my Target finds number 1.
I was browsing at Target and just walking around, and they were having a deal on beauty products, and if you spend at least $15 then you get a $5 gift card back. And so I said, why not try on some new things?
I picked up the Juno & Co microfiber sponge in yellow lemon drop. I also picked up a Real Techniques blend and blur brush. And I also picked up the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the color Taupe. So here is going to be me trying them out for the first time, showing you guys what it looks like, my first impressions, overall thoughts, and whether or not they're worth the buy.
As you can see, I have absolutely nothing. We are going to do my eyebrows together so that we can really see how this works.
I have it right here, not opened it yet.
Here we are opening it for the first time together, and I have heard so many good things about this. As a mom, you just gotta make it count whenever you can. And you know, my son, this is the first time that he's sleeping all day, so we gotta make this work. I don't care if I have a pimple, if I have 10 pimples.
Just put this on.
I actually don't have any mirror with me, so I'm just gonna have to use an hourglass mirror.
Every time I see that pimple, it's like so scary. Here we have the Taupe e.l.f. Cosmetics. Hopefully it's a good match,
because you usually want to go 1 shade to 2 shades lighter so that you don't look so scary.
First impressions. Okay, so you have to like twist it and then it comes out. I wonder how much is available. This costs $2 and I bought it at Target.
I'm going to cry if this completely falls off. Okay, so there's that much. It's probably like about an inch. Yeah, it's about an inch long. So for an inch, you're paying $2. I think it's worth it.
Because it's not that pricey.
I think my husband's done with this conference call. I hope he doesn't come in here. I usually use the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and that costs a lot. And I go through it really fast too. So if this works and is a good dupe, then honey,
we're gonna be saving lots of money.
Here we go. I'm not like the best at doing brows, so if they don't match or they're not like a good shape,
it is what it is.
We're just judging it for its color, the creaminess, and all that, okay?
I'm filming. I had a feeling he was gonna do that.
So whenever you want to do your eyebrows, you want to do like little strokes so that they come out so much more natural and it won't be harder to blend.
Okay, right away I think I picked a pretty good shade.
I think it's a pretty good match. The gel itself is a little bit too thick for me. The one that I usually use is a lot thinner. So if you want more natural brows, I think this is going to give you that natural effect. But if you want it to be super precise, I don't think you're going to get that with this. It's not going to give you that brows on fleek type of finish.
Because it is just way too thick. Other than that, I think it's pretty. Hey, what do you think? Right?
So I do have to say, I think you do end up using a lot of product. Wait, the camera's this way. I just feel like I was putting on a lot. So it is creamy, it is pigmented, but I can see myself going through this very quickly. And now let's do the other side.
All right, what do you think? Wow. I am very surprised at how pretty and how much I love the color. Like, this color is absolutely perfect for me. I can't ask for a better color than this. Here is a close-up of a swatch. Ta-da! I love it.
So now that we're finished doing the eyebrows, I think it is time to try
the other stuff that I found at Target, which is the Juno & Co Microfiber Lemon Drop Sponge and Real Techniques Blend and Blur Brush,
which is supposedly a dupe of the Artis brush.
I have personally always been a beauty blender type of girl. I have never ever used an Artis brush before, or a brush in general for foundation, I just always feel like I get airbrushed flawless finish that I like in a sponge, so I've just never tried anything else. I'm also not going to use any primer because I just want to not be biased, and as I put on the foundation, one is obviously blotting and one is going to be more swiping, and I don't know if the primer is going to make it look weird as I swipe, and I just don't want to end up having different results because of that. So I'm just gonna go with no primer today, although I usually use a primer.
Alright, as you open this, in the back it says it's 30% softer than the original microfiber velvet, and I think that's the blue one.
Discover our sunshine ready makeup sponge Lemon Drop, a bright and juicy yellow hue with the same airbrush finish but with a new dewdrop shape. Material is a hydrophilic polyurethane and antimicrobial microfiber. Alright, and it
comes with this little guide, sponge user guide. You have to wet the sponge completely. Continue squeezing the sponge into the water for a minimum of 15 seconds. When the sponge expands and is soft and squishy, it's ready to use. You can use it wet or dry to apply makeup products. Tip: spritz your favorite prep or setting spray into the sponge for a dewy finish. I always do that with my Caudalie beauty elixir anyways. Submerge your Juno sponge underwater and squeeze out any excess to begin. Do not apply the foundation directly onto the Juno sponge as it will transfer too thick. It's better to apply your foundation onto another surface, then use light dabbing motions to transfer into your skin. Use a stippling and swiping motion to blend the foundation or product onto your skin until the desired look is achieved.
It's the basics. Okay, and this is what it looks like.
It's really cute. Oh, wow, it's a definitely interesting texture. It's not as soft as the beauty blender. It does feel a lot more firm. I just smell it. It doesn't smell like lemon, which is good. You don't usually want fragrance on your stuff.
It does have a slight velvety type of finish.
That's interesting. I am so excited to see how it's going to look when I put on the foundation. Alright, so we are going to do the sponge on the left side to really put it to the test with this dang pimple, and we are going to use the brush on the right side.
Now with the brush, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. There shouldn't be any instructions on how to use it. I mean, it's a brush. So first impressions holding it,
it feels very sturdy. I like the matte, smooth finish of it.
Yeah, it's very sleek. The weight, it is definitely obviously more heavy on that side.
I can't really compare it to the Artis because I haven't tried the Artis. So far, what I think of this, the brush is really, really soft. It is pretty dense, but again, the ultimate test is upon application and seeing how the foundation looks.
Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and spray and spritz my face with my favorite beauty elixir from Caudalie.
And I'm going to do a full review of this product and how it is the best setting spray ever because it is tried and tested. It has made my makeup last an entire 12-hour shift at the hospital doing CPR, running back and forth, and my makeup stayed on flawlessly. So
here is the sponge, and I have already wet it. I did notice that it did expand by a lot. It felt so weird with the water. It's just so hard to explain. You gotta try it yourself. But
let me do my typical spraying. This is the Nars foundation that I just want to try out. I have never used anything from Nars before, but I'm totally interested. And so if the shade is off, do forgive me because this is our first time ever using it, and I just got a little sample set, and that's what we're gonna do. Soon I'm going to do a video of how I throw away all my makeup and switch completely. So that's why I have been revamping everything and changing the makeup that I'm going to use. So how do we open this? Let's try it out. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take some of the foundation and just put it in my hand and go from there.
Okay. So I guess we just blot it. Oh, so far it's a really pretty finish. Let's look at the mirror. Oh my god, I am shook. Okay, I am shook.
Okay, so first impressions, because it is a firmer, I feel like it's a little bit more difficult than the typical beauty blender.
I feel like the beauty blender, because it's much softer, it's easy to move and turn corners and all that. And with this one, it's much more work, if that makes any sense.
However, it has a really nice, pretty finish.
Can you see that? It's really flawless finish. Wow, I am very surprised. And that did not take much. That was probably just a dab of foundation. It could go another layer if I want to, but I think even that was enough. I'm not gonna talk about the foundation because really this is more of a brush and our Target Finds review, but wow, I like it. I really, really like this.
It is definitely
A lot harder to work with than the typical beauty blender, but the finish is beautiful.
I think it does not absorb as much product as the beauty blender.
Let's go ahead and put another layer just to remove a little bit more of the extra redness that I'm seeing in my face. And let me try putting it directly on my face and then just blending it away from there. See what I mean? It's staying, like it's not absorbing it into the sponge, which is such a huge surprise. I think your hand is gonna hurt a little bit because there's definitely much more work. Like you have to press it on a little bit more. Pack it on. Like my hand's already hurting. But the finish though, it is nice. It's evenly applied. I don't see any streaks. Again, it's just one of the only bad things I can say is how hard it is that you have to go.
But other than that, wow, I am surprised. Okay, so that is it with our sponge. We're gonna go ahead and try with the brush. I'm really excited to use that too.
My hand needs a break. And so with that one, I'm just gonna go ahead and dab it on already into my face. I think that works better than just doing too many steps of putting it in my hand and then putting it in my face.
All right, so I'm excited.
All right. Wow. Oh, okay. Oh, so with using the brush, you're able to put on more product than sponges.
Okay, I have to say that I think I actually really like how this brush worked.
I was thinking that I was gonna end up returning this brush and not like it because
it just seems a little awkward to use, and I've always been a sponge type of girl, but I am surprised at how quickly I'm able to apply foundation with it and how smooth the finish is. I'm not seeing any streaks, and the little streaks that I saw once I went over it the second time, it was gone.
So you see, it's a pretty nice finish. It's also soft, and I did see someone's review that you have to put in a lot of work to get it, like it kind of hurts.
I feel like using the sponge hurt more. I haven't tried the Artis, but hey, I don't think I need to.
This is really, really good.
The only thing bad I can say about it is I think going into the crevices is difficult.
Because you have to make all kinds of faces, but you'll still be able to get it.
Oh my gosh, I might just start being a brush girl. What do you guys think?
I am so surprised at my Target finds. This was so good.
Here we are. I have finished putting on the foundation and trying both the Juno & Co sponge on this side and the Real Techniques Blend and Blur brush on the right side. And as you can see, this one has a more coverage, and this one was more natural. So it honestly depends on the kind of look that you're going for. I think on the days that I want a more natural look and go lighter, I'm definitely gonna do the sponge, and on the days that I want to be a little bit heavier, more easily full coverage, I'm probably going to be using the brush. But I am definitely going to be keeping both. I was really surprised. The next thing I have to do is probably try this with like a powder and see how that applies, and maybe I'm gonna like it. But other than that, let's go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I feel like this is the first time I'm honestly legit doing makeup in a video, because I usually don't, I'm not a makeup artist. Since I'm reviewing it, let's go ahead and finish up the whole look so that I don't look unfinished.
Taking my favorite Hourglass finishing powder in Ethereal Light.
I'm obsessed with this powder. Ever since I tried this powder, I can't seem to try anything else. This is the one for me.
My blush, and I used the Tarte one.
I like to drag it a little bit higher and a little bit closer here to give it a more
natural, youthful appearance, if you know what I mean. Whatever's left over, I kind of just bring it up on the sides and in the bottom. My favorite is Toofaced Chocolate Soleil. I use the color medium deep because I like to go a little hard with my contour. And the same thing right after doing this, I bring it on down and also carry on whatever's left over to the rest of the surrounding face to give it a little bit more dimension. And then after that, I usually take my favorite highlighter. Recently, I've been obsessed with this Milk makeup highlighter. It does have a lot of fallout, so it's kind of messy. And I just put it on top. And then whatever's left over, I put in my nose. Cupid's bow, a little bit down here. So I just like to put a little bit. And then spread it out to give it like that really natural look. And that is the Marc Jacobs lipstick. And then once I do that, I go ahead and do my finishing spray again, just to set everything.
And that is it. Just a quick recap.
I really liked my Target purchase find.
This cost $6 at Target. You can catch it on sale. They do have a lot of deals where if you spend like $15 in the beauty section, you can get $5 gift card back. So it's absolutely worth it to go in there and do your sponge and brush shopping. And then this one we got for $60.99. So yeah, for my ratings, this one I did like it. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna trade out my beauty blender just because it was a little bit more difficult to use. Maybe I just haven't learned how to use it yet.
But I'm not going to give up on it. I am going to keep trying it, seeing different techniques of it and using it with different products, and maybe I'm going to fall in love with it.
So I think I would give this one about a B. It's pretty good. The Real Techniques, I think I'm going to give it an A-. It's definitely above average.
It surprised me. I love the finish, how effortless it was, and how quick it was to apply a full coverage layer.
So this was a shocker. I liked it.
It's not perfect because, you know, it makes it difficult to go for the crevices, but that's because of the size, and it is what it is.
I don't know yet as far as like fallout, how long it lasts. So far this is just first impressions, and I think it definitely deserves that A-.
So it is for sure a good buy and absolutely worth that $60.99.
At first I was kind of feeling bad and I almost put it down, but I'm glad I didn't, and I had my husband pay for it. So and last but not least is our e.l.f. Cosmetics Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the color Taupe. I definitely give this one an A-, or maybe an A, just because it is only $2. I mean, come on, there's huge difference to spending $24 or $30 on an eyebrow pencil. It's also creamy. The color is on point. I am so surprised how in love I am with the color.
I just feel like with an inch, that's not that much. But again, it's $2. So what are you expecting?
It would be too much of a steal if it was too long and it was only $2.
So you have to have something bad about it.
But other than that, it is awesome. It's not as precise, but they do have a precise version. I did expect it because of the thickness.
And people said it is more that natural look. But other than that, it gave me some awesome pretty brows. So we are pleased. You know, we're not going to be complaining.
So I think that is it for our review today. If you have any questions, comment it down below. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you for some more.